ಅನುದಿನ ಅನುಕ್ಷಣ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ, ಕಲಿಕೆಯ ಹೊಸ ಹಾದಿಯಲಿ ಜೊತೆಗೂಡಿ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ಹಾಕೋಣ, ಸಂತಸದಿ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯ ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ.
Yes, sir. Yes, teacher. Present, ma'am.
Hello children, how are you? I hope you all safe and good. Myself, Basaraj Shabadi, Assistant Teacher, Government Urdu High School, Kadechur, Taluk District, Yadgir. Welcome to Samveda E-classes for 9th standard students. Samveda classes, third language English, 9th standard. Dear students, before starting the lesson, I would like to show you a thought is, don't tease me unless you are going to please me. Do you know what does it mean? It does mean that if you do not able to make me happy, then you don't trouble me. So dear students, we are not going to hurt any others by their disabilities. Dear students, before going to start the lesson, I will show you a motivational activity. Dear children, before going to read the lesson, let us do an activity. Observe the images on the next slide and imagine what they convey us. In the first image, did you see the image? Yes. What does it mean? What do you imagine? What do you imagine that picture? Yes. The boy is crossing the road. Yes. In the second image, what do you imagine that? Do you know about this picture? Yes, there is a boy were riding the bicycle and fell suddenly on the road. Okay, and in the third picture shows that some of the boys are laughing at the boy who fell on the road. Dear students, in the next slide I will tell you the passage about the lesson is that. Now I will read the passage carefully. You all listen it carefully. A boy of 10 was to cross the road. He stood on the footpath for a long time. Later, as there was no sound of any vehicle, he decided to cross the road. He was moving very slowly across the road. A group of students rode their bicycle silently towards the boy. They suddenly applied brakes and rang the bell violently. The boy trembled and collapsed. The boys giggled and rode away laughing loudly. Okay, dear students, here is a boy of 10 years old and he stood on the footpath for a long time. Later there was no sound of any vehicles. Then he decided to cross the road. At the time of crossing the road, some of the students came near the boy with riding bicycles, and they suddenly applied the brakes near the boy, and the boy was trembled and collapsed, so that the boys giggled and rode away laughing loudly. So, on the basis of this passage, now I will ask some questions to you. So, dear students, try to answer the questions. Why do you think the boy was afraid of crossing the road? And the next question, when did the boy decide to cross the road? Why did the boy collapse? What do you say about the behavior of the students? If you are in his place, how would you react when someone laughed at you? These 5 questions are based on the passage. Now, let us see the answers of this question. The first answer is, as the little boy was disabled, he was afraid of accidents while crossing the road. The boy decided to cross the road when there was no sound of any vehicles. And the third answer is, the boy collapsed because some students rang the bicycle bells violently near him. The fourth answer is, they were naughty and unkind. The fifth answer is, I would suggest them to be kind towards those who are disabled, old and weak people. So, do you know about the passage, dear students? Okay. Now, let us come to the lesson. Lesson number 7, the little girl who dared to wish. Which is the lesson? The little girl who dared to wish. Now, session 1, I will start the session 1. This is the girl that suffering from some of her disabled. This is the disabled girl. So, before starting the lesson, we are going to introduction of the author. Alan D. Settles, his name, the author name was Alan D. Settles. He was born on March 29th, 1965, Jamestown, North Dakota. It is in United States. He worked as United States Marine Corps. His length of service was, he served from 1984 to 1991, and he was died in 2005 December 8. And next we are going to know about the paragraphs of the lesson. Dear students, all of you listen carefully. I will read the first paragraph. Is, as Amy Hagedorn rounded the corner across the hall from her classroom, she collided with a tall boy from the 5th grade running in the opposite direction. Watch it, squirt, the boy yelled as he dodged around the little 3rd grade. Then, with a smirk on his face, the boy took hold of his right leg and mimicked the way Amy limped when she walked. And then the second paragraph is, Amy closed her eyes Ignore him, she told herself as she headed for her classroom. But at the end of the day, Amy was still thinking about the tall boy, mean teasing. It wasn't as if he were the only one. It seemed that ever since Amy started the third grade, someone teased her every single day. Kids teased her about her speech or limping. Amy was tired of it. Sometimes, when in the classroom full of other students, the teasing made her feel all alone. And the next paragraph is, back home at the dinner table that evening, Amy was quiet. Her mother knew that things were not going well at school. That's why Patty Hagedorn was happy to have some exciting news to share with her daughter. There's a Christmas wish contest on the radio station. Amy's mom announced, write a letter to Santa and you might win a prize. I think someone at this table with blonde curly hair should enter. And the next paragraph, Amy giggled. The contest sounded like fun. She started thinking about what she was wanted most for Christmas. A smile took hold of Amy when the idea first came to her. Out came pencil and paper, and Amy went to work on her letter. So, dear students, now we are going to know about the new words, the meaning of new words. Call it. It is a verb in the sentence. It works as a verb in the sentence. Call it means hit hard, hard hit. And second one, squirt. It is a noun, a short or a young person whom you dislike. Squirt means a short young person whom you dislike. And then L. L is a verb. It means shout very loudly with anger. So you are watching on the screen, which is the image is that some of the two students are yelled between a boy or a girl. And dodged. Dodged is a verb. It means move in and out, avoid by a sudden quick movement. And then next, mimic. Mimic is also a verb in the sentence. Mimic means to copy or imitate somebody's behavior, movement, voices in a amusing way. Tease. Tease is also a verb in the sentence. Tease means make fun or attempt to provoke. Make fun or attempt to provoke. And smirk. Smirk is a noun. It means a smile in a silly way. Smirk means a smile in a silly way. This is the image of a smirk, a smile in a silly way. And some of other words are limp. Limp means, what is meant by limp? Limp means walk with difficulty because of damaged or stiff leg. It's a limp means walk with difficulty because of damaged or stiff leg. And next one, blonde. Blonde is a noun, fair or pale yellow. Dear students, limp. There is a picture for you that there is a girl who is walking with difficulty, so that it's a limp. Blonde. Blonde means fair or pale yellow. Yellow means it's a color, blonde, color. So, dear students, now we are going to narrate, or now I am going to explain the paragraphs which we have read before. So, dear students, please listen carefully. Amy Hagdorn was studying in 3rd grade. She was a disabled girl. Everyone in her school would tease her. She was sad. Amy was tired of kids teasing her about her speech or her limping. She felt lonely among the kids. And next explanation is that Patty Hagdorn was Emmy's mother. She came to know that things were not going well at Emmy's school. So she wanted to make Emmy happy and cheerful. She told Emmy about the Christmas contest on radio station. She also suggested her to write a letter to Santa, thinking that Emmy would win a prize. My dear students, imagine that there is a girl on the right side. She was Emmy, and do you know that about? And I think did you see the Santa? Santa, you have seen then on the screen that there is Santa. Emmy's mother told her to write a letter to Santa. And then, dear students, dear children, now it's a time to give little break to the lesson. Hereafter, we will study homophones. Homophones. What is meant by homophones? Homophones, it's one of the grammar part of English, and here homophones are same sounding words. Homo means same and phone means sound. They have different meaning and different spellings, but similar pronunciation. Dear students, watch it carefully and listen my voice also carefully. Now I will repeat it again. Homophones are same sounding words. Homo means same and phone means sound. They have different meaning and different spellings, but similar pronunciation. The words which are pronounced in the same, but they are in meaning and they are in spellings are different. Look at the examples. Now I will show you. No, no, steal, steal, meet, meet, see, see, ear, ear, sight, sight, hear, hear, sun, sun, story, story, dairy, dairy, sail, sail. Okay, dear students, now you have seen all these words and these are pronouncing the same, but the meaning of these words are different. So that these are called homophones. Now let us see the examples and try to fill in the blanks and choosing correct homophones given in the brackets. So dear students, now there are some examples are given to you, and there are some examples are here. Now try to answer this question. He went to the dash to the boards. Here there are homophones words are there, C and C. So here which is the correct answers can be filled in both sides. Okay. And then second answer, the burglar broke the rod and entered the house in order to dash. And the third one is, Lakshmi is very dash. And the fourth one, Mr. Basavaraj is our dash. Okay, dear students, now let us see the another question. Writing dash is a good hobby. Okay. Now let us see the answers of this question. Evaluation. Answer the following questions. In which grade Amy was reading? What happened to Amy one day? Who was Amy's mother? Dear students, do you know which is the correct answer for these questions? Question number 1, answer is Amy was reading in 3rd grade, and the second question's answer is, one day Amy collided with a tall boy from the 5th grade as she rounded the corner across the hall from her classroom. The third answer is, Patty Hagdorn was Amy's mother. In the next slide, dear students, fill in the blanks choosing the correct homophones given in the brackets. Now, the first question is, Rajesh went to dash his friend. Dear students, there are two verbs are there, but those verbs gives the same pronunciation but the different in meaning. But which is the suitable verb that will be filled in the first question is that which is you can fill, which is the correct answer that you have choose, that you will choose? Yes, Rajesh went to meet his friend. Which meet will fill in this blank? M-E-E-T, meet. Rajesh went to meet his friend. And the second question is, the old man told us dash. So like that, dear students, there are in second question there are some other homophones are given to you, story and story. Both are pronouncing same, but the the meaning is different. So that which is the correct answer to this question? The old man told us a okay. Which is the correct answer? Story. S-T-O-R-Y. Story is the correct answer. So, dear students, in the third question, she bought a pair of dash rings. Which can be filled in this question? Here is also another words as homophones. One is ear, another one is ear. both are pronouncing the same, but the meaning is different. Which is the correct word will be fill in this blank. She bought a pair of earrings. Okay, yes, earrings. Which word? The first word, ear, ear, is a correct word. And the next question, my friend brought a dash in Yadgiri. Here is also two words are given to you to answer, to fill the question. Sight, sight. Both are pronouncing the same, but which is the correct word can be filled in the blank. My friend bought a, which is the answer? Yes, the second one, SIT, sight, is the correct answer. Okay. Now let us see the answers. The first question number 1, meat. Second is story. Third one, ear. Fourth one, sight. So, dear students, now I will give you some questions as homework to you. Note these questions. Question number 1, what was Amy tired of? What did Amy's mother suggest her and why? There is a Christmas wish contest on the radio station. Who said this? And second B is, who was it said to? Okay, dear students, let us complete the first session, and next we will meet in the second session, and till then you will all be safe and well with good health.
अनुदिना